What up, everybody? Welcome to the 10th episode of All About Life with your host, Malik. I sound a little out of it because I had a little bit of a shitty morning. I physically don't feel all that great, but I wrote all this shit out, so I'm pretty much just gonna say it. Thanks for all y'all watching and liking. Still, I do appreciate that shit. By the way, I still get a healthy amount of likes. I mean, for me at least. But yeah, nah. Today I really just wanted to I wanted to talk about the WNBA, and I want to talk about why it don't got as many fans as it does, as it should. And I mean, it sounds controversial or polarizing or whatever. I'm not now. I am gonna say before though, like before I even get into anything, I don't believe that what most people say about the WNBA that the women can't hoop. I'm actually 100% the other way. I think they can hoop, and like I think they can hoop very well, but it's the style of hoop, and I'm gonna get into that. But like I remember when I was younger, like probably about like seventh grade, I was on the sixth, seventh grade, I was on the B team at my middle school or whatever. And they used to always make us play the girls that was like a year older than us, and that was their A team, and they used to smoke us. Like they smoked the shit out of us every time. We used to just be like winded. They would score, hit threes, get reads on us and shit. So I'm not really of the belief that women can't play basketball. I've physically seen it. I don't even care if they was a year older than us. Like we was all about the same size. They was just working us. They was just fundamentally more sound than us, and that's exactly what I really wanted to talk about with why shit gets boring, right? Because women are just as capable of putting on a good game and entertaining, but it's not translating into attendance, merchandise, or really TV. And like also because I'm in marketing, there's another aspect of it as well. Because like that league doesn't really make any money and it doesn't really get any asses in the seats. And I've been looking at it and noticing a couple errors, maybe just from my perspective. So I'm gonna get into that as well. Because I mean, I feel like something like even though it's not as big, but like the lingerie football league knows how like as demeaning as the outfits are, they know how to market it. And I don't mean just of like, hey, we're skimpy. They know how to get people in the seats with the play, the style of play. So the first reason that I feel like the WNBA honestly is lacking is because fundamentals are boring. Okay, the WNBA is technically sound, right? It's a lot of passes. It's efficient passes. It's pass to shoot. There aren't many ISO plays, right? There's not many like, hey, Candace is out there at the top of the key calling for our ISO. Everybody get away from her so she can cross this chick up and get to the hole, right? Like in the NBA. So honestly, like that takes out a lot of the casual fans' interest. So the reason, all right, I'll put it like this, right? You have three types of fans, okay? And you have to put it this way because this is what sports is. Everybody that likes sports doesn't like sports, okay? So you have the fans who love the game, right? The fans who genuinely love the sport that they're watching. They'll go to the games just for the simple fact that it's football, baseball, basketball, soccer. They like to see when the players are, doing, plays like in football. If there's a really good football game and you don't really care about either team, but you're there, that's because you just love, and you're actually having a good time. It's because you love the game. That's because, and you're watching the game. You're not casually talking to anybody. You're watching it. You don't really care who's playing. You're watching it. That's because you love football. Then you have people who I would say love the players. So some people have their favorite players. Like some people only watch basketball because of Michael Jordan. And after Michael Jordan left, they had no interest in playing and watching basketball. Like, or some like I was just talking to one of my homeboys, and like his whole thing was, I don't want to buy a jersey because what am I gonna do when a nigga leave? And I'm like, that's fair. That's fair. Like, that's a fair thing, because when you paying $100 and then what if he end up getting traded or he retired? Then what you gonna do with it? But I mean, most fans don't really care about that. But everybody has their thing. You know what I mean? Because some people, they care. They like the players. Like, some people like Ja Morant just because he looked cool. They don't care about how he played basketball. Like, for me, the nigga, I think he's athletic. I don't think he can shoot worth shit. I think he's like Russell Westbrook, where he drives to the hole and he's very athletic. And he's gotten all the way here because he's a very technically sound, athletic player. But a lot of his fans like him because of because of him. A lot of these new Grizzly fans are because of him. They like the culture he brings, the style, the flair, the colors in his hair, right? And so these are the fans that really just love the player. They love the players. They don't really, the sport is cool, but they like looking at the people that they can individualize and look within itself. And then you have fans who don't love anything, but they just love big plays. Like, you have it's the most casual of casual fans. It's the fan that, how can I say this? They're like the people that you bring to the game. They don't really care. They like to talk all like about 3/4 of the game and not really look at the game, because they're not really there to watch the game nor the players, because neither of that matters. They like the atmosphere. It was like, hey, you want to go to this game? Sure, why not? You have to explain damn near everything to them, but they find themselves having a good time when big plays are made, or when touchdowns are made, or when big threes are made. You know what I mean? Like, when the crowd is feeding off of it, they're feeding off of it. They don't really know what's going on, but they like that, right? And so you have to, I would say, divide it up 33, 33, and 33, right? And so the problem is that the WNBA is that it's only fundamentals and it's non-big plays and not really many names, right? There's Candace Parker and Liz Cambridge, Diana Taurasi, but they're not very marketable. The most marketable one out of that entire group is Candace Parker, and she's 36, which is another thing. But you have to understand, when you only hit one criteria of a market, you're only going to get 1/3 of a market, right? So the WNBA they're very proud. They're very prideful. They're very much on the side of, well, we play good basketball. You should just be watching it for the basketball. Dude, I'm telling you right now, Steph Curry has at least 33% of the fans that don't watch him play basketball. They like him because he's handsome, because he's got fucking hazel eyes, and they like the way he look. I guarantee you, they don't care. If you don't have faces that are marketable, if you don't have multiple faces that fans can relate to or just like, you're not going to do anything. You're not hitting the markets, because everybody knows LeBron James is the best player and he is the most marketable player. But there are players who come actually, close to his jersey sales, right? And that's in itself something that's very impressive. Like Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant. Like in the WNBA, it's Candace Parker, and then it just drops the fuck off. No matter what you look at in life, like, well, not in life, but whatever you look at in their sport, there's not enough that can even touch Candace Parker. Candace Parker is on TNT. She's a cover of NBA 2K. Like, she has a lot of accolades. She's just not becoming marketable. There hasn't been a star, like a name, like a loving player, like the 1/3. There hasn't been a player like that since, I would say, Lisa Leslie. And Lisa Leslie to me, is the most marketable face in the NBA. People had her being the first lady to dunk, but she wasn't even the first lady to dunk in the NBA or WNBA. However, she's the most marketable face. She had toys. She was on TV shows. She was doing everything. She's doing what Candace does, but there's no number 2. Liz Cambridge is not gonna be that, not anymore. After her dumb fucking controversy of calling them fucking Nigerians monkeys and shit. Right. So you don't have these people. So you don't have these extra markets to buy jerseys and stuff. Like I don't know anybody with a Diana Taurasi jersey. Somebody should have. They should have them, but they're not marketing them, right? And then with the fans who aren't knowledgeable, the problem with the fans who aren't knowledgeable, right, is that they like I said earlier, they like splash plays. They like big dunks, big threes. They don't really care for the game. They don't care if they're winning or not. They just like to see some off the wall shit. And when you're the WNBA and you're just passing and passing and passing and passing, dribble, layup, no dunk because your rim isn't lowered, you're not gonna get anybody there. You're not going to get your casual fans there. Those are the important people. They come to the game. They're all excited. These are people that, I want a jersey. Are you going to wear it? Fuck no, I'm not going to wear it. But I'm here. I'm here and I'm here to spend money. If you can't get those people in the seats, you're also not going to get a return. You're not doing the right things. I understand what you're saying about basketball being fundamentally whatever, like it's supposed to be basketball. If you love basketball, then basketball, but everybody doesn't love basketball that watches basketball. I'm telling you that. That's why in the NBA you see niggas like Steph Curry. He has an entire fan base that just want to shoot threes. John Moran got an entire fan base of niggas that just want to attack the rack. You got LeBron fans that love, the all-around game. You got multiple different styles of basketball that are going, and are they giving extra fouls and shit? You know why they're doing that? They're giving extra fouls and shit so that the game can kind of flow and be left and right. It's not that it's cheating, it's balanced so that more fans will come and watch it and it has a chance. Nigga, I play FIFA. The same shit happens. It's a balanced game. There's an algorithm that goes on. They'll let you score. If you control 25 minutes of the ball, they'll do some shit where your AIs will give the other team the ball so that the other team doesn't quit. If you want asses and seats, that's what you have to do. That's what has to happen. Lower the rim. You have to do certain things. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. And this was one of the best Super Bowls, 2019. LA Rams versus the New England Patriots, right? That score was 10-13, right? The score was 10-13. Or no, 10-3. Or 13-3, excuse me. It was 13-3. But they said that was the most boring Super Bowl in the world. And I'm like, what do you mean? The most boring Super Bowl in the world? They're like, well, nobody scored. Nobody scored. So because nobody scored, right, because there was only one actual touchdown, everybody was bored. Everybody felt like, well, this isn't what football is because it wasn't high scoring, which is the craziest shit in the world because football is multiple aspects. It's offense, defense, special teams. Everybody was doing well. They just couldn't score. It was a lot of punts. It was, let me get a statistic on, because let me see. So, well, I guess LA didn't really have many yards, but New England had 407 yards. Los Angeles had 260, right? 250 passing yards, probably, but just a touchdown. Those stats to fans, to casual fans, is boring. When you're not scoring high score games, you're gonna lose casual fans. When there's good tackles on defense, don't nobody care about defense. Like, unless it's a defensive culture. Excuse me. Like Pittsburgh, a little bit. Baltimore, yeah. They care about defense first because they ain't never had no fucking good offense until Lamar showed up. But, I mean, their defense wins championships. And some people like that, but a lot of teams, a lot of fans, they didn't like that. Because it's like, bro, why you not scoring? And if you're not going to do that, like, if you lose, that's how you lose casual fans. And if you're not going to make the effort to keep them, right? You want to let people play ball, whatever, let them play how we want to play, then you have to run the risk of losing a market. You have to run the risk of losing that. You can't say, well, it's not fair that we keep playing basketball, but nobody wants to. Bro, the Spurs do the same thing. The Spurs do the same thing as the WNBA. Fundamentals, team, let's face. Yeah, Tim Duncan was there, but so was Tony Parker. So was Manu Ginobili. You knew 3 niggas off that team at all times. You never put one over the other. And they never did shit without each other. They did all them dumbass San Antonio commercials. You know why? You know why people, like, outside of Texas, they're not that known? I mean, they're known and they're respected, but they don't have a fan base because they're boring. It's boring. San Antonio is boring. The style of basketball is boring. There's a difference between Miami and them. Miami is faster paced. It's fundamentally sound, but there's a different aspect to them that Miami embraces that light, that ego, that, you know, that we can commercialize our team. San Antonio is humble. If they win a championship, they don't care about reaching the market masses. They just want to hit San Antonio and have it in San Antonio. The WNBA is the same shit. When you do boring stuff, you have to understand that you're going to only attract a certain amount of crowd. I would say lower the rim. Call more ISO plays because you get more crossovers. People love crossovers. People love dunks. Bro, look at the engagement on like ESPN when Ja Morant literally almost gets a dunk. Ja Morant almost getting a dunk gets more likes than the WNBA Instagram or post in an entire like 6 months, an entire season. Ja Morant almost had more than 500,000 likes. You have to think about that. Put that into perspective. You're not doing enough for your league to become marketable for people to come and sit down. You're not catering to certain markets, right? You're not doing any of that. You don't have marketable faces. You have 1/3 of what I feel in my mind is the market of sports. That's the sports market, and you're only hitting 1/3 of it. You can't really be mad. And then, which I'm gonna get into in a little bit too, but I mean, fuck your All-Star games. Why do you have to be like why do you have to be just like the NBA? Why can't you just have them in Madison Square Garden and sell it out every single damn year? Every year that they had it in MSG, I Googled this. I was on Wikipedia. Every year that the WNBA has had it in Madison Square Garden, they have had 18,000 plus fans. 18,000 plus fans, and anywhere else it dwindles. Why? Why do you keep trying to go back to other places? Go where you belong. Go where you belong. You will sell out every time, and then you could put merchandise. You could have a whole WNBA All-Star weekend, and it'll still sell out because it's MSG. Put merchandise in there and make a literal fuck ton from that alone. Yet no one thinks about doing that stuff. That's because I really think, like, and this is my other point, is the marketing in the WNBA is fucking awful. The WNBA and the NHL are literally in a figure 4 leg lock. It's a battle to see who is a shittier marketer, who has the worst marketing campaigns on the Western Hemisphere. They're actually going to war with each other. Like, no, we produce more useless content. And they're like, no, we do. You know why? You know what the issue is? The problem is that don't nobody know that the games are on. Nobody knows that WNBA games are on. Nobody's telling you watch them. And when they're actually like strategically putting on their commercials, you see more matinee commercials. To me, you see more matinee commercials than you see on prime time. If you notice, they don't try to do a WNBA block, like commercial block for a lot of stuff. Yeah, they'll try to do it for the finals and shit like that. But other than that, they're not promoting it. I mean, the NBA, you look up, every time you look up, you see something. Check out this on TNT, on ESPN. You always see the NBA. You don't look away. Even when you're on your phone and you're on Instagram, you see advertisements. You see ESPN plugging them. Why are you not doing that? Why are you not trying to do that? Why do you not try to engage like with fans? You don't do nothing. You don't do anything. You don't market to anybody. And then your ad campaigns are so fucking tacky. They've always been tacky. It's she's got game. Everyone's saying she can't play basketball. And I'm like, bro, we're past that. We know you guys are like most men, and I'm so tired of us having to deal with this whole all men don't think WNBA is good. Most men know that women can play basketball. You don't have any interesting things to watch. We're telling you what is wrong. As a marketer, as a market, as a business, as an entity, you can take some feedback. Especially if you're not making any money. You should probably listen to the fans. Oh, they're all just trolls. No, they're telling you it's boring. It's literally boring. They're not having fun. The fans are not having fun. And that's what people don't understand is, bro, if they're not having fun, they're not going to tune in. And it's not a slight against all women. You just don't have it. Listen to the feedback. Listen to the feedback. Again, and then another thing, why do the WNBA continuously try to market itself to males? As if men don't have our own league. Bro, do you not understand that you have an entire untapped oil mine? Women put Rihanna and Fenty up $1 billion. Women put Kendall Jenner up, Kylie Jenner up $1 billion. The Kardashians up $1 billion. Women put Oprah up $1 billion. Why do you continue to cater to niggas and act like women don't have money of their own? Women literally could tell, a nigga could make a book, and if Oprah said don't buy that book, bitches, no woman is gonna buy that book. None of the women are gonna buy that motherfucking book, and that nigga gonna get $1. So why is it that women act as if they don't have power in the market? You have billions of dollars in enterprise in the market, yet you don't market anything to women specifically. You always market the chip on your shoulder. Market that you're just women hooping. Get women involved. Women like sports, man. I see so many women at Lions games, Tigers games, fucking at Wings games, bro. And I'm not talking about just brought with a man. I'm talking about women, like groups of females, groups of just women. Like I just went to the Blue Jays games this weekend versus Tigers. These first of all, I'm coming in here to vent. I ain't gonna lie, these white bitches piss me off, and I don't mean it in a racist way, but that's what their skin was. I ain't know their names. That's the only way I can define them. So don't make it seem like I'm just being racist. But these bitches, man. So we're in our seats, bro. Me and homeboy, I said, man, let's go get some fucking food. I'm hungry. We are not going a full inning, bro. We are not going a full inning, and there are literally 12 women sitting in our entire row, sitting in our seats. And I'm like, yo, move. Bro, move. Get out the way. Get out of our way. And they're like, no, we just moved down a row. I'm like, bitch, how you gonna commandeer our seats after half an inning of us leaving? Like, what kind of shit was that? What kind of shit is that? But that's 12 women. That's 12 women at a fucking baseball game that could be at a WNBA game. Why are you not marked? They all had Blue Jays and Tigers jerseys and shirts that are licensed. They all have merchandise purchased. Why are you not seeing the market that you can't? Why are you not tapping into that market? But you're continuously yelling at men, talking about, well, men are sexist. Why are you trying to get us to watch? And then this is another one. This is honestly the stupidest shit do you know they just now started doing LGBTQ campaigns? Just now within the last 3 years, they've now started marketing to the gay audience. That is so dumb considering literally probably a third of the WNBA has always been lesbians. They've always been lesbians. So you have an entire market of women, right, that look like you, that do things like you, that feel the way you feel, but instead of marketing that to them, some of the best players that have come into the league have been lesbians. Some of the best ones. You just now decide, now we should hit the LGBTQ market. Now we can do some stuff. How dumb is that, man? How dumb is that? 3, 4, like, look, I'm telling you, bro, you can't look at a team without seeing a couple. You can't. And I don't mean that in a joking way. I'm not joking. How is it that the people on, that's like the NHL having, that's literally like the NHL having niggas like PK Subban in the fucking Stanley Cup Finals and not marketing this to niggas. That's exactly what happened. Niggas ain't even know we had a nigga in the Stanley Cup Finals. This nigga almost scored the first goal. He almost scored the first one. He was offsides by a hair. I don't think he was offsides, but he was offside by a hair. I digress. But that's the same shit. That is the same thing, bro. It's the same fucking thing. I didn't mean to bang on the table, but it's the same thing every time. How are you going to market this to... How are you going to lately market this to another group of people that have, again, $1 billion enterprise? They're most of them are, not to stereotype, but the fashion industry is a lot of them, and there's billions of dollars in that. So you telling me that you have never thought maybe we should market to gay people before 2019? That maybe we should just market to straight women before 2018? And then your first marketing campaign, you have nothing but a bunch of, and I remember in school, I watched a documentary. We were watching a sports documentary because I took a African-American sports study. But it also has some aspects in like LGBTQ and a lot of, because, black women are also there. So like they showed us the ad campaign for the first one, and they had all these lesbian chicks in makeup trying to like doll them up and like feminize them, and these chicks are just looking stupid. It would be like putting Ricky Williams in a dress. Exactly what happened. They did the same shit, and that shit backfired on Ricky Williams just like it backfired on the WNBA, because everybody's like, ew. The girls were like, ew. Everybody just felt ill because that's not who they are. The WNBA has always had a problem with marketing itself. It's always had a problem with outreach and connecting with its fans. They think that everybody is against them, and they choose to not listen to any market of any of the people who are in the market themselves, who are like, guys, this is what we want to see. And then here's another thing that irritates the dog shit out of me, and it's mind-blowing. Here's the thing. They are marketing their oldest... okay, I get it. The NBA, we got Bron, whatever. But they are marketing we have the next up nigga. We have the nigga next up before him. We have the dude they have the dude in high school. They have the guys on the side. You got your Bradley Beals, your Kelly Oubre's. Why does the WNBA keep trying to market and only market the oldest players in their league? Candace Owens is 36 years old and ring chasing on the bench. And Candace is like the type, I don't know. I mean, she's losing minutes. Like, I would say she's getting a lot older. She just got out of a maternity, bro. Like, you have to think, she's not able to, like, she is. But damn, don't you, like, who's next up? I can't tell you the next up WNBA marketing person that's supposed to be marketed. They don't have it. I don't even know who won the last WNBA championship. I actually don't mind them doing their schedule this way, of doing it in the opposite of the NBA and making sure it's done in the summer, because then something we can watch it in the summer, but nigga, we don't know where to watch it. That's the problem. We don't know where to watch none of this shit, and then when we do, it's just passes. Lower the rim. Make us get casuals in there. But like her, and then on top of that, Candace Owens' last couple seasons haven't been as good as they could be. But she's the only marketable face. Like, oh, well, who the fuck do we know? Like, yeah, we know Candace. Yeah, we know Candace. Because we knew when she came in the league, she's all pretty. And because Drake was trying to hit on her. We know her. We know her. We don't know none of the other chicks. We just know them as the chicks that play basketball that kind of come out. Liz Cambage is the only one that's close to her that has mildly any of a personality. They have the same complex as the NHL, a drone. They're drones. They're sports drones. All they do is come out and play the game, sit down, and go home. But then they're like, why don't we make millions like the NBA? Because Jimmy Butler gives fucking groundbreaking fucking interviews about opponents talking about this guy's not even in my fucking league. You got Charles Barkley. You can't get a pin up his ass with a jackhammer. You have marketable faces. You have marketable quotes. The WNBA doesn't fucking have that. They don't have that. They don't schedule their games right. They don't. Their All-Star game this year is at 1:00 on a Sunday. Is this the NFL, bro, in the summer? On a Sunday. On a Sunday. Let me say it again, on a Sunday. What time is every NBA All-Star game? 7:30. Prime time. What time does every male NBA finals game start? 7:30, 8:30. Why are you playing your prime time all-star game at 1:00? Motherfucker, I don't even know if the goddamn Pro Bowl goes at 1:00. That is a matinee. A matinee. Nigga, I'm asleep at 1:00. I'm not even doing shit at 1:00. I damn sure ain't watching nothing but football. And if football ain't on in the summer, I'm not watching shit at 1:00. I don't understand. You're not competing. And nobody better say, well, Malik, they're competing with anybody. It's the summer. And mind you, it's 2022. It's 2022. So I don't think anybody understands how stupid this is. It's 2022. The World Cup is in, Qatar. So it's too hot to do it in the summer. So you have because it's the World Cup, you have no AFCON, you have no Euros, you have no CONCACAF, no CONMEBOL, no Asian Cup. Why are you willingly taking a back seat to no fucking body? You're taking a back seat to no fucking competition, but you're not putting any primetime game. You're competing with the MLS. Let me say that again and closer to the mic. You're competing with the MLS. You're competing with nobody. You're competing with a bunch of retired stars. Why are you sitting here willingly at 1:00? You are the primetime sports in this country, basketball. But yet you know nobody's gonna watch it anyway because it's boring. It's boring. And you take a back seat to everybody in every aspect. Your marketing campaigns, your ads, your everything. You always want to be second fiddle. You don't even want to be first. You never try to be first. They never try to put them first. Ever. That's why nobody's watching it. It's not because we hate women. It's because you guys don't know how to market. And that doesn't mean women. It means whoever the fuck the WNBA is hiring to market their shit doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know how to get asses in seats. They don't know how to listen to feedback. They don't know how to read their competition. Bro, I'm telling you, the World Cup is in December. You are fucking clear for prime time every day. The finals are on right now. The Stanley Cup finals are just starting. You are going to be the only niggas besides baseball, and it's summer baseball. If it ain't the daytime, nobody fucking cares. If it ain't like bro, there was more niggas at the game on Saturday and then Friday in the daytime. You have no competition at night. Yet you don't want to go at night. Why? You don't want to do nothing to entertain. You don't want to be entertainers. Sports is also about entertaining, nigga. That's where the business come in. The business, like, bro, y'all niggas, why do you think every goddamn finals, every finals game this year done boiled down to the last 2 minutes? Because that's when people watch it. That's when people come back to watch the rest of the game. Nigga, some people don't give a fuck about half of the game, bro. They don't give a fuck about a quarter of the game. What's going on in the beginning, in the last 2 minutes? If you don't make it entertaining, if you don't call certain fouls, if you don't lower the rim, if you don't call ISOs, don't complain about why people don't want to watch it. Don't. Because people are casual. And that's all they do. That's all they want to give a fuck about is casual. So that's my 2 bits on why I think the WNBA, it ain't got nothing to do with the play. These women can play their asses off. Asses off. And the younger women that are coming up can play their asses off even more because it's getting better. But guess what? If you don't market it, ain't nobody coming. If you don't make it to where everybody has a chance to do some cool shit, you got chicks in there that's like 5'3". She can't touch the rim. She can't do no cool shit. Every time she throw it up, she gotta heave it because I almost called her up. She's a dwarf. She's a dwarf. She's a fucking dwarf. She got handles. Bro, if you're 5'3", you're a dwarf, nigga. You can't, bro, no, man. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear it. Like, Muggsy Bogues, I don't know what the fuck that nigga was on. But short people, that's an exception. That's an exception to the rule because he was playing against giants. He's playing against giants. But if everybody else ain't that tall, I mean, the tallest chick in the league is probably 6'9". These niggas in the NBA got 7'2" niggas, 7'11". They got Taco Fall 7'9" big ass. Of course it's impressive. They had Moot Bowl when Muggsy was playing. Of course that shit is impressive. Of course what he did is impressive. But everybody's short there. Lower the rim so they can dunk. I want to see like literally a chick like moose knuckle dunk and clam chowder face another chick. Just put her whole clam chowder in another chick face. Like, it just ride. Like, you can't guard me, nigga. Like, that shit is cool. But it doesn't happen. Like, niggas love to see Ja Morant literally almost body a nigga. Niggas love to see that shit. Niggas love it. That nigga is the king of almost. Every time I see ESPN, they be like, that nigga almost dunked? Write that down. Put it up now. Put it up now. Post it. So, can't complain if you're not doing your job. Can't complain if you're not doing the job and hitting all 3 markets. You hit 1 market out of 3 markets, expect 1 out of 3 markets pay. Expect one of the third market revenue. I'm just telling you now. That's like making a cell phone with nigga that only got 1 app, and that's the call. And you're competing against the iPhone, the Samsungs, and the Androids. But you're like, well, nigga, I have a phone, nigga. Your phone can pick up the phone and the touch screen is cool. The numbers, you can hit the numbers all fast and shit, but you can only use it for calling phones. Nigga, you're not touching nobody else's market. You're denying yourself of markets, but you're mad. No. So no, this is not a misogynistic aspect of the WNBA. This is exactly why I think these women who put they blood, sweat, and tears into a profession aren't getting what the men are getting. It don't gotta be about hating women. I don't hate women. It don't gotta be about women being less. It has everything to do with, if you guys don't market, if you guys don't put this stuff up, you're not gonna succeed, bro. You're just not gonna succeed. You will not succeed. So that's just how I feel. I do appreciate if anybody listened to it this far. I hope you don't get offended because like I said, I believe that women are just as capable of playing good sports as men. There's nothing that does that changes that. But if you want entertainment, you gotta do certain things, You gotta do certain things. So yeah, thank you. Nigga been sick, so I appreciate the couple days. I don't know what the hell. I think it was a cheesecake I just had. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was not banging. That shit was not banging. I don't know what it is, but I'm just starting to dislike cheesecake. I like the bread though. The bread be fire. I think it's the salad. Like I can taste the egg still in the fucking in the Caesar. I'll be like, I can't do this shit. I can't. Shit tore me up, man. Like, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but my insides are burning right now. I'm like on fire, bro. So yeah. Other than that, I've been doing good. Just every day is a new day. I've been working out actually. It feels good. I ain't been skipping leg day, so my leg's good too. So yeah, I'm gonna just try to keep going with stuff. So I hope everybody having a good time. God, I hope everything's good for y'all. It ain't good over here right now, but I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all week. I see y'all probably on the weekend or something if I'm not, busy or vomiting. See ya.